Good morning, everybody. This is a very quick word of confirmation. I received this word to give to someone as confirmation last night. Okay, actually, no, yesterday evening. It was yesterday evening. So this is your confirmation that yes, you have to start looking, start the process, and start looking. You will be moving. Okay, and many people, sometimes they get into a bit of confusion trying to figure out if God actually wants them to move or not. And here's what I tell people. Usually when God actually wants you to move, he's going to open doors. Okay, he's going to open doors. And if you are someone that is either a seer or you have dreams or you can hear in the spirit, mainly dreams, you might hear God say like move. But if you're like trying to confirm it, you know what I mean, one of the things that God does is when he is serious and he wants you to move, he's going to actually show you like a dream or a vision of you taking the steps of you being in the process of moving. So you may see moving boxes in your dreams. You may even see like a new area, a new environment, a new home, and you'll know it's obviously somewhere new because you're not there, right? Or you may even be in like another country or another town. So really just pay attention to your dreams and pay attention to your vision. But this is not a word for everybody. Okay, this is not a word for everybody. And this is actually a residential move. And it's very common that this is happening right now for a lot of people because I did speak to a lot of people who were actually in the midst of moving, and there's even some people that had to move jobs, businesses. I even saw like prophetically someone moving their business. So God is really doing something, and don't see this move as like, oh my gosh, here we go, I have to do this again. See it more so as like the change is what's going to help you head on to the next chapter of your life, head on to the next level. God wants you to have a fresh start, a clean slate. You get what I'm saying? Like a fresh start, and not really having anyone know where you are, or being able to have that type of like privilege to know that if they wanted to run up on you or come to your home, they can do it whenever they want. Like nobody should have that type of privilege, right? To have any type of access to you, regardless if they're really going to come or not. Nobody should feel like they can come if they really wanted to, like have that mentality, right? So God also wants you to be comfortable. Okay? He also wants you to be comfortable, but people have to also understand that when God is moving you, you know, where you were before, that was more like a layover. And I always tell people this, like, it's almost like a plane. You have a destination that you're supposed to go to, but then you actually have to stop at another location and stay there for a bit for a layover and then hop back on the plane, right? Sometimes God will have you at a place and he'll have you rest there for a little bit, may even have you work according to his will for a little bit, and then he will move you to the next level. Okay, so again, it depends on his will for your life and his instructions for you, because everyone's instructions from God is not going to be the same. But I do want to confirm that yes, you better pack your bags, pack your bags and start looking. And it's always, listen, if you ever feel in your spirit that God is nudging you to move and you are seeing confirmations in the spirit, don't just sit there and wait for him to just drop a place in your lap. You know what I mean? Because faith that works is dead. You have to knock and he will open the door. You get what I'm saying? So start looking. Start looking. Even if he shows you like what the place looks like, you have to start actually looking, because one thing will lead to the next. You get what I'm saying? So start looking early on. And here's another thing that I tell people. If you're not sure if he's telling you to move, you haven't received the confirmation yet, but you have been like seeing little signs here and there, like signs and wonders, but you're not sure if it's 100% a confirmation, open the door and start looking. Because if it is a confirmation for you to actually move and you open the door and start looking, then it's almost like you're going to be more alert and more aware when more revelations come through, rather than just sitting there and trying to figure out if that's what's supposed to happen. Do you get it? Do you understand? So anyways, yes, this is a confirmation. Pack your bags because you're about to move. And listen, like I said before, I got to say it again. I know I may sound like a broken record right now, but I got to say it again. A lot of the changes that are happening in this season is for the best. it's for the best. Even if you don't like the process, just trust the process, okay? Because God's plans to prosper you, not to harm you, and God knows what he's doing. So best believe that that new location may be the very place that, like I said, with someone else's word, like your business may blossom, or that may be the very place where you meet your wife or you meet your husband, or that may be the very place that, you know, you feel a lot more peaceful, or that may be the very place that signifies the networking, the people that you're going to meet that God is going to use to help you. Like, you never know why God is relocating you, but just trust the process. Don't focus on, you know, how hard it is and everything like that. And best believe that when God is going to tell you to relocate, he's going to bring the resources. And I'm not just talking about finances. Yes, he'll bring the finances, but he will bring the resources. Like, he will make sure that the right person, you know, the right person's going to help you. If you're getting a realtor, he'll make sure that the realtor that he's going to use is on board. Like, God will make sure you have the resources and the support, okay? Just always also make sure you confirm decisions because of counterfeit decisions, all right? So anyways, I love you guys so much. You know, there was somebody in the past, I saw in the comment section that asked, what is a trial blessing? A trial blessing is like, almost looks like the real blessing, basically. And you may think it's like the original blessing, but God has something better for you. You get what I'm saying? But God may give you something in the midst of the storm just to kind of hold you until you get to the bigger blessing kind of thing. That's a trial blessing, right? And sometimes what happens is we get trial blessings and the enemy comes in and takes these from us or sabotages, etc. And we think that these were like, oh my gosh, the enemy sabotaged my blessing, this happened, that happened, not realizing that some blessings that we get in our life is to help us in the moment, right? And then God takes it to the next level. So when God shuts that door, a new door opens. So a trial blessing is like a door that's open that has opportunities and things like that. And then, you know, that door shuts and then we head on to another door. We head on into another door and that door stays open, basically, right? So that's what a trial blessing is. Anyways, I love you guys. Again, when one door shuts, another door opens. Okay, so I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.